Hi everybody, this is Travis. This is going to be an August garden tour for you. I'm going to keep this one kind of short because there's not a whole lot new going on in the garden. Just want to give you a look at the front. Still looking pretty good. Limelight hydrangeas, of course, in the back. Knockout roses. The Autumn Joy Sedum should be getting its pink color soon. There are some spots, I think all the ones in the back are turning pink, but the Autumn Joy Sedum should be rusty pink towards the end of summer into fall. The blue that you see is of course the blue Victoria Salvia, and don't look at that, that's a working project. I've got to get in there and tackle that mess. Sorry that this video is kind of late. There's just been a lot going on. Well, the last week was the rain. As you can see, we've had so much heavy rain that it beat down the hydrangeas. They're flopped over. I think it's mainly because I let them get so tall this year. And the blooms, of course, are heavy. So then there was that, and then I also started a new job. So 12-hour days, so fitting in time to do the garden tour is a challenge sometimes. In the back there you can see the crepe myrtle, and it's in its full glory. Yellow knockout rose and the pink. Of course, in the border here we have the lamb's ear and marigolds. Can you guys see the guy in the window? Halloween's coming, guys. Labor Day weekend we will start the build out here in the front yard. It's just a tradition. I like to get a head start on it because we do a lot. Any of you guys that know me or follow me on Facebook or YouTube, you will know that we go all out for Halloween. So just a couple more videos of the garden tours this month in August, and then Labor Day weekend, Trav's Gardens will be Trav's Haunted Yard. Russian sage, still giving me color. Nice ring of it around the orange Mexican sunflower. Blanket flower, still looking good. Asters will have more purple later in the season. On into autumn. Tick seed, wow. If you guys have been following me, you know that this guy has been in bloom since June, I guess. So almost 2.5 months of color. You can't beat it. I will definitely probably be putting more of that in this garden bed. Blue plumbago plant. It comes up here, there, and everywhere. Started with one plant, and then it's kind of reseeded in here. French marigolds. And then new this year, I stuck some dark opal, I believe, basil. And I will be putting more of that in there next year. I like the burgundy foliage. Hopefully this is coming out good and not blurry. It's always a challenge. I started the tour this morning, but it was so sunny out, it just washed all the color out. Also, I think next year I'm going to get more of the blue Victoria Salvia. By the way, it is super tall this year. I think a lot of people have said that. I watch other people on YouTube, their tours, and they were shocked how tall the salvia had gotten. But anyway, squirrel. I'll be putting more of the salvia in there with the Russian sage to give me more blue. Barberry. Highly fragrant rose. I know I say that every time, but truly it is very fragrant. Looks like we've got Japanese beetles back. They have done a number on the roses this year. Sorry for the bumpiness and the blurriness. As pretty as these guys are, I am ready to start cutting them back. I'll give them a couple more weeks. This is my favorite crepe myrtle. I don't know the variety, but I love the red. Isn't that gorgeous? Boy, does this thing bounce back. You know, every fall I cut it down like a square. And that just goes to show you how much it bounces back. Pretty. This also comes in pink, like a violet color, and white. David Austin roses have gotten some growth on them. These were my grandma's. A lot of people think that this is kind of, I don't know, overgrown maybe. Some people like more of a bushy plant, but I think it's beautiful. Just wild and cottagey. Firelight hydrangea. Anita, if you're watching, this is the hydrangea that I cut some off for that bouquet for your wedding. So that is it. So, Firelight Hydrangea. Burgundy sunflowers. Looks like the birds have started to eat these. Black-eyed Susans and lantana. This hydrangea, past its prime, I forget the variety, but it's one of the first to bloom. These are bright white. Another David Austin with some new blooms. Alright, as you can see, I have, was the potager garden, of course, and I had vegetables in here, in case you're new to my channel and don't know what was going on, but this was the potager garden. So we had flowers, herbs, tomatoes, cucumbers, green beans, squash, all in here. I harvested the last crop, or the last round of tomatoes and squash. So after a while, the vegetables here got kind of messy. Kind of messy looking. They were growing over the sidewalk and things, and I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do vegetables here. Even though it's the sunniest spot I have, come midsummer, it just kind of looks overgrown and messy. And I don't really want to look at that as soon as I come around the back of the house. Plus the kitchen windows there. So, any ideas on what I should put here? I had an idea of maybe something formal, like maybe some boxwoods, a hedge, and maybe something pretty in the center. Or maybe just another sitting area with, you know, random perennials. I also thought about making it just a cutting garden where I plant stuff like zinnias and stuff that can be cut, cosmos, things like that. So if you guys have any ideas for me on what I should put here, it's such an awkward little spot. It's a triangle. But for time being, the zinnias are pretty. Sunflowers. I don't believe I'm going to plant these next year in the same spot, because first of all, they're hanging over the sidewalk where we walk, but I want to be able to see the fence, and I don't want whatever's here to overpower the fence. They're just a little bit too tall. Plus they block, you know, the rest of the view. Sorry for the bumpiness. I'm going through the gate. Not a whole lot going on here. Just some tall zinnias. Really tall zinnias. Veronica blooming again. I will be digging up. As you can see, I've chopped a lot of it down, but I will be getting the loosestrife out of here for sure, because it has just taken over this whole corner of the garden bed. Also, it only blooms for so long and then it looks kind of messy. More like a weed, so I don't really want that right here. First thing you see when you walk through the gate here. So lots of changes for next season. Blue bottle path. Still waiting on the moonflower vine to bloom. As a matter of fact, I think there is one there. Now, of course, this would have been more vigorous and full if it was planted in full sun. But it's not, and I'm alright with that. And I did not buy the seed this year for this plant. I harvest them. So every fall, you guys, if you guys remember, I do a seed harvest on all my stuff. So that saves me a little bit of money. Excuse the weeds. I'll put this on here. This spot here always stays so dry. This is a work in progress area too, like I've said before. As you can see, we've kind of pulled out some stuff to start on the yard hunt. The walkthrough. What is new, I moved my Solomon seal to here. I'm going to kind of bring this future garden bed, whatever you want to call it, out like a little peninsula, maybe. Is that what you call it? But you guys get what I'm saying. But I wanted to have a little point here of Solomon seal. That section is the Haunted Bayou swamp scene. It's a little swamp shack that the Rougarou will be in. But we'll do more videos later on the haunt. This back here is always a work in progress. I can never keep up with the weeds. Mexican sunflower, Joe Pye weed is about done. So is the coneflower, the red. So back here definitely needs more autumn interest or late summer interest. Still need to move some things. But yeah, this is kind of embarrassing, really. Work in progress on the back. I also cleaned out the garden beds back here. I picked the last tomatoes, and of course the garlic didn't do anything for me. That was kind of a bummer. But I had garlic planted here in the raised bed. But oh well, I don't think I'm going to do as many vegetables next year. Just focus on perennials, which is what I like best. Sorry for all the eyesores. We're getting ready to start our hunt build for this year. Show you the turtle head that's getting ready to bloom. Probably next garden tour, those will be in bloom. So yeah, guys, I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. It's towards the end of the growing season. Gardens are kind of slowing down. A little bit of cleanup needs to happen. But I thank you for watching this video. And there will be hunt videos to come. So everybody take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.